Well, hello and good afternoon, everybody. And so wanted to come on and do a YouTube video today. I want to talk about a few new products. First of all, I am Connie Skaggs from Latson, South Carolina, and I appreciate so much of you joining and watching my videos. I'm a Creative Memories advisor, and that's the first thing I want to say is that if you don't have an advisor, I would love to be your advisor. If you don't have and you just need to order products, then you can order them straight from my website. If you say that you're already an advisor, but you're under home office, but you need to have a team or somebody that will help you or support you or answer questions for you, I'll be glad for you to do that. And we have to have you call or maybe email home office. I'm not sure which way to do it, but I mean, they have to have a request from you in order for you to change from home office to me. It doesn't all matter where you're at in the country. I do Zooms, I do team meetings, I do team things where, there's some team retreats with my upline and stuff where you can go and spend a long weekend and enjoy some time together and be able to. So there are other things, and we do some by Zoom and on a quarterly basis, and actually got one coming up on June 16th. And so if you're interested, that's on a Monday and it is from 10 to 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. So like I say, no matter where you're at, you just calculate that out. And so, but anyway, I wanted to come on today and talk about a few products, some things that are on sale right now, like the punches. I kind of wanted to highlight those. I'm going to do a demo that I haven't done yet. And so I'm going to be able to share something there, a quick 2-page spread. And I'm going to use one of the punches that is on sale as a demo on something which has to do with NSD because there's still NSD packets out there. I even have some here at my house and the kits and things. So, and I just wanted to show you how some things can go together fairly fast. I do gardening. I have some extra garden pictures and stuff. So I'm always needing some things with greens and browns. Well, these punches that they've put on sale happens to go with our new line, Deeper in the Woods. And I don't even have that packet in yet to be able to share with you. And there is another punch with that, and I believe they've still got it on the buy it all bundle. I believe it was $77, and so that's a 10% savings. Plus, you get a free playbook, which will have a whole bunch of designs in it to be able to play with your new collection. It has the tall tree. I do not remember, and I don't have my paper in front of me. It is called Evergreen Trees Border Punch. And so that matches that collection perfectly. And so, anyway, just wanted to let you know what I was going to be covering. But most of all, it's just to have fun. And so I'm going to go over a couple things and show you a couple things, but then we'll make these pages. But let me change my camera so I can talk to you through my hands. So, remember the old saying, talk to the hand? Well, I'm going to talk with my hands. So, uh, first, I want to show you the punches that they do have. And this one is the Cardinals punch. It was out a couple years ago with Christmas. And so, a matter of fact, one of the punches they put on sale is already out of stock. And then there's another one that's already been moved to Last Chance, which is this oak tree. And so that one's really good for using for outside and a lot of things. But if you took this oak tree, you punched it out in green and you put a little piece of red behind it, it'd look like you had an apple tree. Just saying. There's other ways to use them. And who doesn't go maybe for in the mountains or something? You might go fall apple picking or something like that. And this is just a quick way to make that. Now, we also have the compass punch, which this is just, it was designed to go with our passport collection. But compasses, whenever you're thinking about deeper in the woods and hiking or national parks or trails or whatever, this is perfect as an addition on your page. And so you can excuse me, actually punch them out, turn them over, use them at a different color, and they go perfectly on like our square punch and things like that. So if you wanted to just highlight it. The other one that they have that's still available right now is called the Forest Mushrooms. Well, this was out last year, I believe it was, for National Scrapbook Day to go with that collection. However, I'm going to show you how to use it this one with this year's collection. And I should have pulled some of my um, gardening pictures that would go with this one today. So, but anyway, we'll see. Now I want to show you something here that I did real quick. Because if you have a little piece of paper scrap and you just punch it and line it up in here, and that's what I done, and then I made sure these lines were about the same size. Now, I don't like these poking up here, but you know, they've got, this is the micro tip scissors, and they've got them right now in the purple and white. But I'm just going to trim this off right there and trim this one right here. I want to keep it in line with the way that that's going. And so I didn't done that one too quick. So I like it to look smooth, like it was designed to go that way. And so now this can be used as a little journal box. Perfect in the woods. I mean, I only done it in red because I'm also working on Christmas pages. And so, and so then I just had a little piece of scrap of white, and I'm going to put it right here, and that's my perfect little journal box. So got two cardinals up here talking to them. I might stuck a little dot, a black dot on each of them for their eye. And, you know, another thing that I like to show is if you take your trimmer and you take your scoring blade, or you can do the perforating blade. Either one of these, the perforating blade or the scoring blade, both of those will work. And then you just offset this. You start it out in here and like go to the 1/2 inch or however much you want, however thin you want your lines, you just count over that many more dots. You know, you can do it either way. And then whenever you do that, that's all lined and that's perfect then for your page. Now, if I wanted to just do this and had some little stickers or something I wanted to put up here and some stickers down here, that's perfect too. But let me go ahead and show you how I do my, you know, journal box. This is just a little tip for you so that you know, and so I'll just put that in there. I kind of like 1/2 inch because I'm a big writer. I mean, I write fairly big. And so, and this piece is right at 2 inches. So, you know, if I wanted to start at the 2 inch, see, then I just move into this 1/2 inch. And like I said, you could do it however many you want, but I want that bigger piece off. And so now I go over another 1/2 inch, do another one, and another 1/2 inch here. And there I've got my lines all on there. Let me, there you can see them. And so then they become right here, and that would be go on my box. So let's put this down, and I'll stick this later in with my Christmas items because that's going to just work perfect. And so there is a little journal box that I have already ready to go for a Christmas page. Now, if you wanted to, now this cardinal, it is a chain. And that's one thing I wanted to talk to you about too. And so I just punched out a couple little ones and seeing these can just go in a corner someplace or on another, at the top of a picture or something like that. So they're easy to do and cut them apart as far as that goes. Or you can have the whole, you know, border made. Now, the one thing is that I want to show you is if you see silver both at the top and the bottom, that means this is going to be a chain. So it's going to fall off. This one, it's silver at the top, but not at the bottom. So it's going to be an edge. It's going to stay on. So that, and I just didn't pull another one that would show you a different style, because there would be other ones that's called kind of like a knockout, where um, they'd have a top and a bottom, but the inside pieces will kind of fall out, but not a chain. So anyway, this is the one that I used today. I've already punched a couple out, and I'm going to, because, and I want to show you something else that happens sometimes. Let me see if I can do it this way so you can see it. See, sometimes you get these little bitty spider things in here. Well, that's another thing that this, that our microtip scissors are good for, because it can just get right in there and just snip that little piece and snip it out, and it's done, and it's gone. So, it's just one of those things. Now, I found out that this works on a 1.5 inch strip with me having just a little bit at the bottom, a little bit at the top. So I would want to line this up, and I'm going to line it up. This is my 1 inch, and this is 1 1/4. And so to the top of these tallest mushrooms are at the 1 1/4. Now, another thing, see, my strip is covered. And so then if I wanted to, I can do this to be sure that it's all going to be able to be cut, and there'll be something left on there. Because I just wanted a small amount. Oh, well, it won't hurt if I have my scoring blade in. I actually need my cutting blade. So here we have this. And then I'm going to cut, and I use this, another thing is we still have, this is the medium craft paper, and I want 1.5 inch strip. You can cut it either way, if you want to do it. And I didn't have to really turn that around. Do it on this side, you can. And I wanted it 1.5 because I've already measured the other one. And so then I'm gonna put this one on here. And so that'll be part of our collection here. So let me glue that on real quick. Attach it, I guess. I used the Zippo tape just randomly here. Do a few of these mushroom tops. Kind of like to do a little extra on the edge, so I'm be sure that the edges stay down. And I am clear out of the picture here. So let me move my little mat board up here. And so I would end up just kind of seeing that the top and the bottom are about the same distance as that top, mushroom, the tallest one, and this down here has got about the same amount of space. And I didn't have to use my, board, my measuring board or whatever. So put that aside. And so now we're going to go ahead and let me get some of these punches out of the way, because I don't need them here right now. And I thought I would build, I'm going to use this piece of paper that's got the brown look like dirt, and this is a green, and I felt like it would be matching. And then I'm going to use beige cardstock as my background. I'm just going to line it up there a little bit. Line this one up. And, there's no magic to these. Well, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put this at the top. Now, this craft brown is just a little bit darker than the beige, but it's enough difference. And so I'm just making a little border up there, and I'm just not going to even attach it yet. I'll wait till I lay out these pages. So, and I am going to do it in a horizontal fashion, but you could, according to your punch, you could turn this and make it vertical just as easy. Now, because these are going a certain way, I wouldn't want to do and then across this way. I think I'm doing this way. So anyway, now, so I want to cut a 3-inch. Cut it. Let's do it here. So we're going to cut 3-inch. The other thing you can do, except I kind of want to do this in a block format, you could change and put on a fancier blade if you wanted to. Another 3-inch. One inch. And a 1-inch. And you know, my upline does these kind all the time. And all you're doing is you're adding it up to be 12 inches because I want to do it on 2 pages. And then I've got 4 inches left. So guess what? These are going to be 2 inches. Okay. So now we're going to play around with these, see what we want to do with them. I think I want to use the brown. I'll put this green one over here. So we can always turn it. Do brown down here. And this green in between. Or we can do green. But because I've got a darker color here, I think this looks better with the brown here. So then this green is far enough away down here that it doesn't compete with this avocado. Now I could have picked another one. I guess I could have picked Kelly Green. I just grabbed it because I had that one. I had a piece of that left. So that's why I grabbed it. And it don't look bad. And, you know, most of the time, this is really the colors that our garden stuff is. Now, we would need some mats. So, and all this does is just, it just kind of places things out. Now, in the NSD customer bundle, which I still have, I think, a couple of those left, which has got everything in it. And that's where you get these mats. And these are kind of neat, just the different grow through what you go through. You know, it's got smaller mats there. Beauty is all around us. See, I mean, it's just, these could be, it doesn't have to be gardening. Blank grows here. Well, what grows around your house? Hopefully it's love. You know, other little mats. This one, I like this, and this is by Robert Louis Stevenson. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant. We're always planting seeds, whether we like it or not. And then it's kind of got this orangish, see, it's got this green, but I think I've got enough green going on. But I definitely like this saying. And so that I could cut down or I could mat with something else. This would throw a little splash of color in here, you know, as would these two, you know. Or if I wanted to use the big one, it would be perfect also. Now, because this tan or medium craft was a little bit, is different than, it's not as dark as this. I didn't like using the hot fudge with this, but I guess you could. We could also use another piece of this as an additional mat, and then not use the oranges. But you know, it really doesn't matter. You know how that goes. You just, so I can get some mats out of both of these because they're more than 4 inches. And according to what I want to do, but we need a journal box. So I might have to use this one after all. It's a journal box. I can decorate that up. And I would probably trim this down a little bit because it's kind of out off kilter because this is off of the 6.5 inch mat. So when I cut it, this has got a narrower edge than this side. I like my size to be even. That's just me personally. And I would probably take just a tiny bit, 1/8 inch off the top and bottom. And so that make it a little bit different. And according to which way I need it to go, I can go this way or this way. So I'm gonna hold that aside because I kind of like that little bit of an orange to it. Now I've got some stickers and stuff over here. We had this, this sticker strip come in with the kit. And so, when I put this and I want to put these pots, well, that's just gonna make that orange pop. And same thing, I can use the little stake, the watering stake and things. So, there's some other little things here I can use. We also still had these are, I think they were $2 embellishments. And so, this will be good to add too. So, I've got plenty of things. I do want to see what, yeah, I don't know that I've got that in. Excuse me for taking a little bit of time here because that's what I do with my extra mats and things, but I don't think I have any in Kelly green already cut. I have dark green and some of that Vulcan green, but I don't think I'll do that. All right. Since I started with the avocado, I'm gonna go with the avocado and it'll all work out. It'll be fine. Okay, I do like to use the 4 inch by 6 inch or the 4x4s because I'm always cutting down my I think I'm about due for a blade because always I forget to push hard here. I'll tell you the truth, I want to cut a little trim off of it because I want to be sure that I get 4 inches. And sometimes when you've punched on a punch, your edging can be a little, you know, a little bumpy. All right, I am going to go ahead and go with the, I think 4x6s. Because most of the time you got 2 on each page plus your journal block. And that'll be plenty. I'll probably put one of each color on each page. I think we can put some things together. That maybe there and that maybe there. Maybe this one needs to go up with the browns. This with the greens. This could overlap a little bit. And I would probably do the same thing on this side. Just another one here. Another one here. And my journal box. And I do like that pop of color. So. Oh, it's kind of neat too. Tell me which one of those you like best because I could definitely cut that. It's just that it's got a one title. It's like you're pointing right where you need to go. So I want to journal more about it because I like to tell my dates. Something about it. The yellow don't look bad either, but I think because I know I can add the stickers on whatever I need and things. So I kind of like that layout right there. I mean, I'll straighten it up a little bit, but please tell me what you think. And I've got some little embellishments here that would be really good. Use this whole little pack. Oh, and this one does have the yellow, so, and the orange. See, that'd be perfect right there. On the siege, and here's talking about by the siege plant. And well, what's better than a garden bench to sit and talk to some friends about? Kind of neat. You've got happiness grows here. This would be let's see, got a cluster, maybe a cluster here, down here, and that one there. And maybe I just do it this way. Happiness grows here, and I got the little plants. So there you go. And it's easy. And of course, this is pulling in a little bit of blue. So, you know, you could use that blue there too. But I really like this saying. So I'm going to stick with that. I do like the yellow, but I like the way this brings out this orange, and the yellow just kind of pops with it. So I think that might be my page. And I could even do that on here, but I think I'll do it on this side. So hopefully you like that. And I've got kind of covered all kinds of things, but remember it was 331122 or 112233. So however you want to think about that. And then I'll do some stickers on here, maybe pop them up a little bit, you know, whatever. So I think that'll be good. And so hopefully this will help you get some pages done, because, you know, it's definitely quick. One piece of paper, 2 base pages, whether you use cardstock or not, a border. I just knew that this one had the little holes in it, so it needed to be built up. I guess I could have just put it straight down on the beige, would have been fine, but I wanted the just a little bit of shade difference, and then that gave me pick this up as a mat, and so that helps it all coordinate. So hopefully you learned something today, and I will post the picture, because I'll finish the picture. I'll finish this, and I might even be able to look for some uh, gardening photos here. Usually have them. Planting. Let's see what I got right here in this one. There's a few pictures here. And this could be an issue, because I would have to find a couple more that are you know, ones I can cut down or already this page will go together really well. So with some of my spring plantings. So anyway, I'll try to finish it up, and I'll make sure I get a picture uploaded on my YouTube channel for this. And so hopefully, I'm sorry. Sometimes whenever I'm going to hit an arrow, it don't want to go the right way. So, but hopefully you learned something today. I'm sorry my light over in front of me is just too much. There we go. That's a little better. When I've got natural light too, that really helps. But I have two other lights that are coming in, and so I don't use the overhead whenever I'm working on this, because then it glares more than not. So, but when I'm down on the working on the page, I want you all to be able to see it as well as you can. Again, this is Connie Skaggs from Melatson, South Carolina, a CM advisor, and I hope that you learned something today. Please let me subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know if you need any help. And so send me a link, and I would appreciate it very much. And so we will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.